Welcome to your extra shot of sunrise. I am merely Carlos Diaz, next to the great Taylor Tannenbaum, T-Bomb.
Tuna, coming at you.
By the way, I've done extra shot for over a year, and it took Taylor to get Tuna out in the open because that's my nickname growing up. If you missed an episode, all right. So before we get to the Olympic action, the big story today is IPS back to school. Indianapolis Public Schools back to school today. About 600 high school students will take Indigo buses to and from school. This is for students who have a total travel time of less than 50 minutes. That time includes time spent walking to the bus stop, waiting for a bus, and riding to school. They will not have to make any bus transfers. That's good news there. It's a big change, though. Those kids riding the Indigo bus rather than the school bus. Now, IPS, Franklin Township, Kokomo, and Noblesville schools all return to class today. You can find a full list of dates for all central Indiana districts posted at WTHR.com. All right, let's get to some great Olympic action. Breaking news from overnight.
Yeah, breaking news, 4:30 this morning. We were getting ready for the show. Simone Biles, we got news from USA Gymnastics. She will be competing in tomorrow's balance beam final. She's been out, as you know, dealing with a lot of pressure, dealing with the twisties, and she had to pull out of every other event thus far, but because she was able to work her way back, she will be competing tomorrow in that balance beam final. It is the final gymnastics event of these Tokyo Olympics. USA Gymnastics releasing the tweet that says, "We are so excited to confirm that you will see 2 U.S. athletes in the balance beam final tomorrow, Suni Lee and Simone Biles. Can't wait to watch you both." And I think we echo those sentiments.
Yes.
Right? We cannot wait to watch them both. So in the women's gymnastics competition, the final one of Tokyo, you will see Simone Biles. Man, she's been working hard to get back out there. I know the twisties, you don't necessarily have a lot on the beam because of the different flips you're doing. So hopefully she can come to Tokyo and leave with at least one medal that she participated in. I know she got the silver and the team all around, but
what a great story that would be if she can get gold just by jumping up on that beam and working her magic.
This is it. You know, this is the last time we're going to see her competing. I mean, unless she decides to, I don't know. So I think this will be it. So it'll be a nice grand finale tomorrow.
That's awesome stuff. Of course, you know, the Olympics on all week long and all week this week as well here on Sunrise. We got Chuck's Big Adventure in Chicago, and you wouldn't know it, but get this. One of Wrigley Field's most iconic features actually got its inspiration from right here in Indianapolis.
I actually learned that today from this story.
And we're both sports people, and we are like, what? Wrigley Field has 3 historic landmarks: the marquee, the scoreboard, and the ivy. And as Chuck told us this morning, back in 1937, owner Philip Wrigley came across a minor league park here in Indianapolis. At that time, it was known as Perry Stadium, then it became Victory Field, then it became Busch Stadium. It had ivy growing on the walls. I remember that when I was growing up here, you know, in Indy, going to Busch Stadium. And they say the rest is history. You know, the owner of the Cubs, Wrigley, Mr. Wrigley, got with his groundskeepers and told them, hey, we got to get some ivy on the wall, and let's do it in a hurry. So the crew went out and bought all the ivy they could find over the course of 72 straight hours. They strung up the vines from the foul pole to the foul pole, and the ivy has been growing ever since. It's hand trimmed each season. One of the most common questions on the tour that Chuck took: what happens if a ball is hit and lands in the ivy?
Balls that go in on a game or during a game and don't come out, an outfielder should put his arms up, let the umpire know he can't find the ball. At that point, it's going to be a ground rule double. It's be 2 bases for the batter. If he puts his hand in to find a baseball to throw back, he better come up with one. He can't put his hand in and say, oh, you know what, I tried, but keep him at second. The umpire is going to wave it off. It's going to be a live ball, which more than likely means that hitter is going to get himself an inside the park home run.
Yeah, and I have seen that happen before. I saw one time there was a guy, and he claimed he couldn't find the ball in the ivy. It was clearly on the warning track. The ball was sitting on the warning track, and he's like, I can't find it. And the umps are like, it's on the warning track. And they just inside the park home run. You know,
that's awesome. I love it.
During the tour, as Chuck found out, fans can actually go down on the field, and they got up close with the ivy. The most important rule is don't touch the ivy. You can look, but do not touch. And Chuck's Big Adventure continues tomorrow. He's got an amazing look at this Marvel exhibit at a museum there in Chicago. It's going to be amazing. You got to check that out. He's also he's got a pizza I can't wait for. He's on the river. He is all over Chicago. If you want to know about Chicago And I mean, if you would have told me on day one he's doing Wrigley and I would have learned as much as I learned today.
Right.
I mean, I learned so much today. So you learn so much by watching Chuck's Big Adventure every day on Sunrise. It's such a great thing. All right. The Indiana State Fair is closed to tomorrow and today and tomorrow, but they got some big things going on later this week.
They do have some big things going on later this week. Obviously, you got to go there and get some fried food first and foremost, because what's a fair without some fried food?
Exactly.
Through August 22nd, every day the fair is open. Moonshot Games. Get this. I was a big Pokemon fan when I was young. They're going to be hiding 20 Pokemon cards around the fairgrounds, a grand total of $10,000 worth. You could hit the jackpot. Moonshot even recruited Pokemon YouTube star and Pendleton native Real Breaking Nate to help hide the cards. They won't actually be the physical cards, but it'll be a card with a QR code on it. You scan it to redeem the actual Pokemon card. Clues will be posted on findmoonshot.com. Every single day the fair is open. And we heard John talking about it earlier today. Some of the cards can range from like $1 worth. Some can range from a couple $100 worth. So you never know how lucky you're going to get when you go to the state fair.
I'm thinking the ones that are $100 are going to be really well hidden.
I think that I'm about to head out to the state fair to try to find some Pokemon cards.
If they hide them in fried food, I will find them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there behind you, okay?
So, hey, we talked about this. So, coming up today with the Olympics, really late tonight, I mean, really into the next morning, you got USA men's basketball against Spain.
12:40, I believe.
Two of the top teams in the Olympics.
Playing in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's weird how they're seeding that, too. It's
because they both lost.
Yeah, if you get out of the quarters and then you're kind of golden for the gold medal match, you know.
The U.S. has played them the last 3 Olympics. The last 3 the U.S. has won. They played them in the semifinals twice, and they played them in the finals twice, and the semifinals once. So they've gotten their number the last 3 Olympics. We'll see if U.S. can do it again this year. Obviously, we saw them struggling in the beginning, but they've picked things up since.
And when is Simone Biles on the beam?
Simone Biles is on the beam later tomorrow morning. So it's tomorrow morning. You'll be able to see it in prime time tomorrow night. So that would be Tuesday.
Okay, got it.
So it'll be at 4:30-ish tomorrow morning a.m. You can watch it on Peacock, but it'll be prime time tomorrow night.
You need a calculator to figure out these times.
Yeah, so
there
13 hours, you're just constantly, you know.
All right, for Taylor Tannenbaum, for T-Bomb, I am Carlos Diaz. We will see you guys tomorrow right here on Extra Shot of Sunrise. Have a great Monday. Enjoy your first day of school. Bye-bye.
Love it.